Landmark ruling in Mzansi Music Legends scheme grants SABC and SIU recovery of millions, by Satori News. In a landmark ruling that could have far-reaching implications for public accountability in South Africa, the South African Broadcasting Corporation, SABC, together with the Special Investigating Unit SIU, have emerged victorious in a legal tussle against former executives involved in the notorious Mzansi Music Legends scheme. The High Court, in a thorough and considered judgment, has nullified the initial stance of the Special Tribunal, reviving the enforcement power of the broadcasting entity and the investigative body to reclaim millions from unlawful administrative actions. The story begins back in 2016 with the inception of the Mzansi Music Legends scheme by the SABC, aimed at remunerating South African music icons sidelined in the past, particularly due to racial discriminations, who were bequeathed up to R50,000 each, amassing a total payout of R2.425 million. The scheme's seemingly benevolent intent was soon overshadowed by findings of impropriety. It was established that the scheme's induction and execution transgressed pivotal SABC governance protocols and flouted critical legislative stipulations, including the Broadcasting Act and the Public Finance Management Act. In the ensuing legal battle, the crux of the contention rested on the precise moment a debt sourced from an illegal administrative act becomes payable. The majority's position, led by Wilson J., concurred by Mudau J., elucidated that such debt is claimable only when an authorized judicial body sets aside the unlawful act. This interpretation aligns with the established legal paradigm recognizing unlawful administrative actions as factual until annulled by judicial intervention. The respondents, key SABC executives implicated in the scheme, postulated that the pursuit to reclaim the funds was time-barred, that is, prescribed, given that it eclipsed the 3-year threshold post-scheme implementation. Despite the special tribunal's validation of this defense, indicating that prescription occurred by August 2020, the High Court's contrarian judgment echoed the reasoning that the specific date of the set-aside of the administrative act serves as the prescription trigger. The High Court's pronouncement not only paves the way for the SABC and SIU to salvage the distributed R2.425 million, but also buttresses the intrinsic need for formal judicial repudiation of invalid administrative actions by state organs. Furthermore, this verdict instigates a jurisprudential shift which could sway forthcoming litigations concerning state fund recoveries rooted in unlawful undertakings. In a conclusive victory for the SABC and the SIU, the court's decree enjoins the liable executives to restitute the funds collectively, affirming a conscientious narrative for retribution for unauthorized actions incurring state financial detriment. The upshot of this legal saga accentuates the imperative of strict adherence to legal regimes and procedures within public administration corridors. The triumph of the SABC and the SIU in this appellate juncture underlines relentless pursuits to consolidate accountable and diaphanous operations within South Africa's state apparatus. It stands as a testament that even well-meant illegalities shall eventually bear legal repercussions, thereby enhancing governance and propriety. Thank you for choosing Satori News.